On the 29th of July, 2020, a police officer in Louisiana stopped a car that was speeding on the freeway. The situation began as a typical traffic stop, but a subsequent inspection of the vehicle revealed something terrifying.
Sarge, there's a dead body in the trunk. Do you have your driver's license?
No, sir.
Do you have a driver's license?
This particular offense could lead Mitchell to incur fines that might reach up to $500, along with the possibility of serving 6 months behind bars, besides the penalty related to the speeding infraction. Yet, without the police officer's knowledge, Mitchell would be departing with something much more significant than merely a ticket for excessive speed.
Don't stop. Step here. Is there any weed in the car, man? When did you puff last? Be honest.
The officer isn't just after Mitchell for a DUI. There's something more. Seeing an 18-year-old driving fast in a car that reeks of marijuana hints at something beyond mere speeding. But before the cop can even request a search for additional drugs, Mitchell's behavior takes a turn, becoming noticeably more suspicious.
All right, where are you headed right now?
I was headed back home.
Where's home? What's your address? No, stop. Come here. Where do you live? It's easy to answer this. Where do you live? You don't know how to drive to your house?
I was coming from there, how I got lost.
So what's the address?
I'm code 4.
You don't know your address?
No, sir.
Okay, come back here. Can I take a look in your car? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Mitchell has given permission for his car to be searched. The officer's expectations are probably limited to finding weed or other drugs, but he's wholly unprepared for what he's about to uncover. The initial search of the front seats reveals nothing, but a closer look at the car's exterior exposes several bullet holes on the left side. The situation is beginning to feel wrong to the cop as he starts to sense that the suspect may be involved in something far more serious than he initially thought.
When did all this happen? When did all that happen?
My brother, he said it.
How long ago? Okay, come back. Just leave this here. Come back here. Just stay right here in front of my car. Hey, it's Jesse again. I'm sorry to bother you. I got this car speeding 73 and a 55. It's a black and orange Camaro. And it's got like 3 bullet holes in the left side of it. He said he thinks his brother said his car was in something 2 nights ago.
The officer's inspection of the vehicle yields no results except evidence that Mitchell is being untruthful. The address he provided does not match the one on record. The car's registration is under a name with a completely different surname. The discrepancies between his story and the facts are becoming clear.
Now he says he lives in Winsboro, but he's got a Richwood address, and the car comes back out of Monroe, and he's got this, he's got a GPS thing put in, but he don't even know the address, so he's lying about a bunch of junk. Where do you live? Be honest to me. Monroe?
Yes, sir.
Richwood?
Yes,
you don't live in Winsboro.
No, sir.
Why would you try to bluff me on that? Because I already knew that before this guy said something. What's up? Talk to me. You better stop lying to me right now, or you're gonna be in jail.
I'm just going to my sister's house.
That's the last freaking lie you better tell me.
The scenario is already baffling in itself, but just when things couldn't seem more perplexing, an unexpected twist occurs. Out of the blue, an unrelated man arrives on the scene, insisting that his family has been searching for him.
His family in Monroe is looking for him.
What do you mean they were looking for him?
They looking for him. The car missing.
Okay, give me your phone. Hey, man. He's not giving that name, though. He's given another name.
When yet another name is provided, differing from both Mitchell's and the car owner's, the officer is justifiably perplexed. What began as a routine traffic stop has evolved into a genuine enigma, and the cop is resolute in his determination to unravel this mystery.
There's a kid that's been reported missing, and that they took the car from Monroe, and he lied to me about his last name, his address and where he's from. Random guy pulls up behind me and said, hey, this guy's looking for that kid. I need to know if this car has been reported missing, stolen. And I know he's BSing to me about where he's going. He says he's going to his sister's house down here.
Gradually, the pieces begin to fit together. Assuming Mitchell is being honest, it appears his brother allowed him to drive a car taken from its legitimate owner. Yet, this doesn't shed light on the bullet holes, Mitchell's deceit about his address, or the unexpected appearance of the stranger who seemed to know he was driving that particular car. And, as if this wasn't convoluted enough, the officer now receives a radio update about a missing person, adding another layer to the already intricate puzzle.
What I'm being told is that the boy who gave him permission to use the car is missing. So he's lying his ass off. Go looking for the person who owns the car, find out that the son of the owner of the car is missing, and now we got bullet holes all in the car. I got you. So something's. The only thing he lied about was his address in Winsboro. If he's knows something about this boy that's missing, the bullet holes, I'd like to. I guess I'll do as much good contact as I can.
After a series of additional calls, the identity of the missing person is revealed to be Michael Robinson, who is purportedly the brother of the young man on the scene and the one who granted him permission to drive the car that day. Yet, the original ownership of the car still remains a mystery. Choosing to set that question aside for the time being, the officer opts to re-examine the vehicle, especially now that backup has arrived to assist him.
Like, this looks close. Like, bam, 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 bam. Yeah. And the boy.
Unbeknownst to him, this moment would provide the answers to all his questions in a manner most horrifying and beyond anything he could have imagined.
I'm gonna do the obvious thing I want to do. Hey. Yep. Put your hands up. Put your hand behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You have a right to an attorney. Have one present during any questioning. At any time, you can choose not to make any statements or answer any questions. You understand? If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you by the court. Do you understand?
In the trunk lay the lifeless body of Michael Robinson, and suddenly, all the pieces fell into place.
Need a supervisor out here. All right, I get the guy out. He's super nervous. He lies to me about his address. He's got no driver's license. He says he's going to his house in Winsboro. Well, I find out he lives in Richwood. I pop the trunk. Sarge, there's a dead body in the trunk. Okay, so I'm not. We've blocked in front of the car and behind the car. We've shut the trunk.
It turns out Michael Robinson had no relation to Mitchell whatsoever. Rather, he was an inadvertent victim of an armed robbery in which Mitchell had participated earlier.
Who is that? Tell me.
It wasn't me, man. It was. Okay. I just hit him, bro. I did.
During the chaos of the robbery, Mitchell fired multiple shots at Robinson with a handgun, then loaded him into the trunk, planning to drive to Winsboro to dispose of the body. However, before he could complete his grim task, he was stopped by the officer for speeding. Michael Mitchell now faces charges for both the armed robbery and the second-degree murder of Michael Robinson. As he awaits his trial, the expectation is that he will be sentenced to life in prison.